The night everything broke. It always felt like something that only happened in movies. Those dramatic moments where one wild night splinters friendships and wrecks relationships. But a few months ago I found out just how real that scenario could be. We were a tight-knit group. 4 couples, all around the same age, all living in the same community, and most of us working in either tech or finance. Late-night barbecues, weekend hikes, fantasy football leagues. Those kinds of things were common. We weren't just friends. We were like an extended family. My wife, Elena, and I had been married for a little over a year. Matt and Lauren had a 3-year head start on us and a baby boy who just turned 2. Alex and Priya had tied the knot last summer in a gorgeous lakeside ceremony. And then there was Devin and Casey, the golden couple. Their wedding was just weeks away, set for the second weekend of February. Everything felt solid, comfortable, trustworthy, until it wasn't. As was tradition, the bachelor and bachelorette parties were planned for the same night, a weekend before the wedding. Devin, always the considerate type, kept things simple. He told us up front, no wild stuff. Casey doesn't want dancers or anything sketchy. Just a good night with the boys. We ribbed him, of course. Come on, man, I joked, patting him on the back. This is supposed to be your last hurrah. We practically rushed you into marriage just to get to the bachelor party. Devin chuckled. There's 4 of us. If we drink enough, we'll come up with 4 very bad ideas on our own. We'll still have fun. So that Saturday we headed out in a cab to a trendy lounge downtown. Craft cocktails, pool tables, and a playlist that jumped from early 2000s rock to throwback hip-hop. Meanwhile, our wives had their own plans. A private karaoke room in a swanky hotel bar. Elena and I exchanged a few playful texts early in the night. I called her around 9:30. How's the chaos going? Yes. She laughed. It's wild already. Casey just won this ridiculous contest. Popped all the balloons the fastest and got a bottle of brandy. We're chasing it with champagne. Chuckled. Mixing those two is a war crime. You all will be unconscious by midnight. She giggled. Not if I beat them to it. Gotta go. Then she hung up. An hour later I tried checking in again. This time her speech was off, slurred, uneven. Everything okay? Yes. Yeah, we're good. It's just the girls. Her tone changed. Tight, defensive. You sure? Kinda sounds like there are guys there. I joked, trying to keep it light. No, it's just us. Just the girls. She snapped, then hung up. I frowned. Something felt off, but I told myself not to jump to conclusions. Alcohol, loud music, maybe a guy working at the karaoke bar. I let it go. Our night rolled on. We had drinks, swapped embarrassing high school stories, and even talked about the old days when Devin first met Casey at a work conference. We left the club around 3 a.m., tired but still laughing. When I got home, Elena still wasn't back. Her phone had gone straight to voicemail. Around 4:15, I heard the front door slam open, followed by a clumsy crash. I rushed out of bed to find her struggling to stay upright, her heels in one hand, hair a mess, dress bunched on one side. She reeked of brandy and stale perfume. Where have you been? Why didn't you answer your phone? Yes. She slurred. Phone died. I'm fine. Then collapsed onto the bed fully dressed and passed out cold. Barely slept. My head throbbed, and every creak in the apartment felt like a drumbeat. Around 7 a.m. my phone rang. It was Devin. Is Elena home? He asked, his voice strained and sharp. Yeah, she got in maybe 3 hours ago. Totally wasted. Can she talk? Not really. She's out cold. He groaned. In the background I heard shouting. A crash followed. Glass shattering, maybe a plate thrown. You have no idea what happened last night, he said through clenched teeth. They lied to us. All of them. Check your messages. Then he hung up. My stomach turned as I unlocked my phone. A string of images had just come in. They were unmistakable. Photos of Elena, Casey, Lauren, and Priya. All in the company of several male strippers in what looked like a private hotel suite. But it wasn't just them being there. It was what they were doing. Touching, kissing, straddling. Some of the photos left nothing to the imagination. My hands went cold. I stared at the images in disbelief. My chest tightened like I couldn't breathe. Devin called again. "You see it," he barked. "Yeah," I whispered, barely able to speak. "One of the dancers filmed the whole thing. There's video. You want it?" "No," I muttered. "The photos are enough." I threw on a hoodie and stepped outside into the morning cold. I walked around the block, hoping the numbness in my hands would spread to my chest so I could stop feeling anything. When I got back, I shook Elena awake. "Get up. Pack your things. Leave." She blinked, confused, then groaned. "What are you talking about?" "You know exactly what I'm talking about." She denied it at first. "It wasn't like that. It's not what it looks like." I held out my phone, showing her the images. Silence. That was all the confirmation I needed. She left within the hour, not saying another word. Later that day, Devin sent a mass text to everyone who had been invited to the wedding. "The wedding is off. If you want to know why, ask Casey." We never got the full details of what happened between them after that. But what we did know was enough to detonate the entire group. 3 out of 4 couples split in the weeks that followed. Casey moved back in with her parents. Elena tried texting me a few times, but I blocked her. I found out later that Lauren and Matt separated too. Priya moved to another city. The only ones left standing were the guys. Just 4 newly single men who were still trying to understand how one night, one moment of betrayal, could unravel everything we thought was solid. That Friday, the day the wedding was supposed to happen, the 4 of us sat at the bar down the street from where the ceremony should have been. Nobody spoke for a long time. We just stared at our drinks, the clinking of ice the only sound between us. Eventually, Devin looked up. "You know what's funny," he said. "We never even got our real bachelor party." There was a pause, then a few tired laughs. And in that dark, ironic moment we toasted. Not to marriages, not to friendships, but to survival. To knowing the truth. To starting over. One wild night didn't just ruin a wedding. Destroyed everything.